Hey, y'all. I hope you are having an amazing day. Welcome to another episode of the Marketing Natives. Today, we're going to be talking about how to use social media to grow in 2021. Insert whatever year. This is a solid, proven strategy for you to grow your business. We're going to be talking about video. We're going to be talking about going viral on TikTok and Dogface208. Shout out if you know what we're talking about. And audio. Like, how can you use these platforms to grow your business online? There's one key thing for all of them to be successful. And we're going to talk about it in this episode. Enjoy.
This is the Marketing Natives, providing actionable ways to grow, improve, and succeed in your business. And now, your hosts, Christian and Aaron.
Okay, so the number one thing, and we've been saying this for years now, it's still video.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in order to keep growing on social, it's going to be video. I think video has evolved from the first time that we were saying, hey, do video.
Yeah, it was just Facebook video.
Yeah. I think now with the emergence of TikTok and now Instagram Reels, and now I think Facebook, LinkedIn, I believe YouTube even have stories format where you can post short stories.
Mm-hmm.
The way that you do video is changing dramatically. I mean, I feel like a few years ago we were saying like, oh, do all your videos horizontally. And now all these platforms are creating, the opportunity for you to create these vertical videos.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, absolutely. 100%. If you're a business owner and you're wanting to grow your social media and your business, you have to start doing videos. You have to start doing TikToks. You have to start doing Instagram Reels, looking at the trends, looking at how you can, take advantage of them. And I don't know did Ocean Spray, do they have a TikTok account?
I don't know. If they don't, they probably should now. Like, I don't know. Yeah, they have so much, like you're aware of it. I don't know if you really drank Ocean Spray. So we're alluding to why don't you explain while we're talking about Ocean Spray? Because this may come out, people may be looking at this in 6 months. And
there was this gentleman on TikTok by the name of Dogface 208 that, I mean, he made hundreds of videos.
Yeah,
just
funny guy.
Random stuff, not really anything too planned. But there was this one video where he's just on his longboard, cruising down the highway, listening to Dreams by Fleetwood Mac and drinking cranberry juice straight out of the bottle, and just chilling, really.
Yeah.
Just cruising and chilling and drinking his cranberry juice. And I mean, that video just exploded on TikTok, and then it obviously exploded on every other platform, to the point where Ocean Spray basically gifted him a truck. With a lifetime supply of cranberry juice, really. Then you had all kinds of celebrities, even, I don't know the name of the singer, but Fleetwood Mac, the singer from Fleetwood Mac, even recreated the video. And other celebrities are, recreating the video. A bunch of other people are doing the video. So that's the only reason why I brought up Ocean Spray. And I wanted to read this article. I think I saw it on Twitter, where it's not necessarily, maybe Ocean Spray is not on TikTok and maybe they're not, making videos, but they did a good job on acknowledging.
Yeah, they jumped
something.
They
like
are
that.
they're on Instagram. I don't know about TikTok.
So I think they did a really good job acknowledging that particular video that blew up and had their brand in it.
So just to kind of like play onto this, I looked them up while we were talking here. Like Ocean Spray on Instagram, to give context, has 55,000 followers. So not bad. Dogface208 has 2.1 now, which is just crazy. And literally less than a month went to 2.1. So their normal videos are, let's just say, like with their like examples of what they're doing, like they had one that was like 6,000. And actually they had a good one that was like 17,000 views, 55,000 followers. Dogface on here, 614,000. Another one that Dogface did, 400,000. Another one that Dogface did, 714, 526, 606. And then they did another one themselves, 1,900. We're talking about 600,000. So they were smart enough to like pick those up and play off of it. So it's just crazy what could happen that quickly. And now they're all benefiting from it, which is And we're talking about it right now. So
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, I think that we're good into acknowledging the situation and then jumping in that. But obviously, I mean, you're probably listening. You're not a huge brand like Ocean Spray. But I mean, you may have the opportunity to partner up, right?
mhm.
And I'm not even saying going the influencer route, but doing that kind of like that like maybe, I don't know, like having your customers do the videos for you, right?
Mhm.
You don't have to necessarily do everything creatively with these,
Can be user
reels and
generated. Yeah.
and that's what I'm trying to get at. It's like you could create a campaign or whatever or a competition, right? Where you have people making these videos for you, making this content for you,
Mhm.
and finding unique ways on capitalizing on these new formats because it's making it really easy for creativity to flourish with stories, with reels, with TikTok,
Mhm.
because the platforms are just making it super easy for you to add stickers, add these effects, add these filters, and the possibilities are endless when it comes to the creativeness of people and potentially of brands to do some really cool things and to jump into trends
Mhm.
and capitalize on social media by using video essentially.
And I think TikTok's like, if you see something on TikTok, just to go back to that for example, like it's video based, and just to give another like exclamation point of why video is so important. Video is the only platform that you can actually like see people's facial expressions. Again, while we do this podcast, if you're listening to it, you can also go watch our podcast on Facebook or YouTube. But you can see people's facial expressions. You can see their hand movements. You can see that they're real people. And it's the closest you get without actually seeing somebody. So it just adds a new level of like, I don't know, relationship. So video is the only thing that can do that.
I have a good example. Like, well, I guess multiple examples. Whenever I see someone funny on TikTok,
Hmm.
I typically go to their profile on TikTok and then watch a few other videos, and then I check out their Instagram if they have it linked inside of TikTok, and it's like night and day, dude.
Hmm.
Like you go to Instagram and you would have never thought that this person was funny or that they could dance or that they could sing or that they had any sort of talent, because on Instagram they're just, again, people are so focused on like looking perfect and like all this
Yeah.
stuff that they just forget to be real, right? So
Hmm.
on TikTok you get this completely different person who, I mean, is talking to the camera. It's like super relatable. Like, yeah, I'm gonna follow you on TikTok, but on Instagram it's just like,
Your beach picture wasn't that cool, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really weird. Like that, looking at like the same person on two different platforms is like night and day.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that that's kind of to your point is when you can blend the two of them together nicely, where like, see, I guess what you're giving is like this brand didn't match up. So there's like a disconnect. But if you're able
Mhm.
to blend them correctly, that's where you can build something like massive. Hey, local business owners, if you're ready to grow your business online without having to work more in your business and you can spend more time on it, we created a free training on how to attract, qualify, and convert more leads online. It's 38 minutes. It's going to take a little bit of your time, but it's going to have a huge benefit. It's completely free. Make sure you click below in the description, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on the podcast, everything's there that you need. Go grab the training now. So yeah, video, absolutely. We could go about that. This could be this whole path. Like, how do you use social media to grow your business in 2021, 2022, 2023? It's video. It may change, like it may be AR or VR, but like it's going to be video. Video is the number one way for us to connect with people across the world and feel like there's a real connection, other than doing something else like what we're talking about next, which is like audio. So you could use, what is it? It's not Stitcher. I mean, Stitcher is one of them, but what's that free podcast platform? Anchor. So you could use Anchor. You could use
You know, they got bought out by Spotify.
really. So Spotify now. But yeah, I mean, audio is another great way for you to grow. And after all of these, let me just kind of put this back into a nice little box here. Is to say that choose one of them. Obviously, if we were going to rank these in priority, like video versus audio, video is definitely going to beat that. But because you can always break down video to be audio, and you can't make audio into video. But Choose one of them to start. I don't think you should go after like all of these things at one time. Like start creating reels, start a YouTube channel, start doing Instagram stories. Like that doesn't move the needle because now you're just doing too much versus just doing one thing. So, but another example is like the podcast. We started with video. We started doing brain. If people familiar with Blab, probably not. It was like multiple person conferencing, like video sharing. So we started there, and then we went to like Facebook and did videos there. So we started with video, and then after so many episodes of our show, our weekly show, we moved to audio, which is the podcast what you're listening to now. So we've kind of progressed. I don't think if we would have started with video and then podcast at the exact same time, it probably both of them would have fallen flat on their face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even with the podcast now, we're also making it a video too.
Right.
And we didn't start doing video, audio at the same time with the podcast.
No,
we started
like 2 years later
doing audio only, and then we added that video aspect to the podcast. Again, to make it more relatable, to engage with people a little bit better, and to be on more formats, i.e., YouTube, Instagram, etc.
Yeah.
And showcase a little bit more. But yeah, absolutely, video and audio, and again with the technology, and I think the past year or two we've been talking about people need to start doing podcasts. They need to start distributing them on different social media platforms. But again, things like Anchor and other technologies that are coming out, where it just makes it super easy for you to start a podcast, syndicate the podcast, and with the click of a button. Whereas before, it was just you have to even hire someone to figure all this stuff out. I remember when we started, it was like, okay, there's 10 different things that we need to figure out and maybe purchase this and do that. And now you probably just need to download an app on your iPhone, and put your headphones on and start talking, right? And you can push a button and boom, you have a podcast, and it's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's everywhere. And you don't have to do maybe even anything on the computer, editing, anything like that. You can probably do it all within your phone, which is incredible. And I think because of those technologies make it easier, obviously it makes it more accessible for you, and makes it more accessible for other people to listen to it on social media. And that's what we're saying, to do video, do audio, especially now that's easier than ever.
Right. And to go back to that, like the TikTok, like Dogface story, I was talking to Christian a couple weeks ago. Like the reason that Dogface put out all that content is because he just kept getting targeted from Gary Vaynerchuk, and he just kept telling him like, continue to put out content. So whether you use video or audio or whatever else, like who would have known that some random video of him longboarding and he lip syncs. So the big thing that like kind of made it famous was like he just lip syncs so well, I guess, and he's like drinking ocean spray, but like it hit. But he did hundreds of videos before that were just as crazy, just as fun. And none of them like did something. Like it was just something. Like I think we said, not in this episode, but a previous episode, you can't really plan to go viral. It just doesn't happen that way. It's very serendipitous. It doesn't work that way. But what does happen is that the more content you have, the more chances that you have to reach the right people. You just never know which video is going to work. Like we've put out tons of them, and I was looking at data the other day. There's two particular videos that just have done really, really well. And it took us, 10, 20 videos to get to this one that's doing really well. You just never know which one's going to do it. So I think going back to the title of this episode, how to use social media to grow your business in 2021 or in the future, it doesn't matter, is to use these platforms, but then to just don't focus on like being perfect. Just continue to document and create like what's going on. And I think there was something right before this, and you watch or listen to Noah Kagan. He has a podcast. I should check out Noah Kagan, but he actually did a YouTube video about like how you can make money doing anything on YouTube. Did you see that?
That's his newest one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it yet, but I saw the title and the email that he sent.
But it's just literally one guy who does something in like Bolivia or whatever else. Another guy does like rock climbing. Another guy makes something. So it's like you literally could have your own little niche, and these people have good followings, like decent sized following. This one lawyer, it's actually in a cool account. I'm going to follow him, but he's a lawyer who creates videos on YouTube, create video, and he basically debunks and does like his real lawyer analysis of like law shows, like Suits, which to this day is still like top 3 favorite shows for me. And then he does like Better Call Saul, like what all these things that they go in there. It's like, oh, when Saul says this, I can't do that. Or like when Harvey does this on Suits, can you actually do that? It's like, yeah, he can, but he said it wrong. It's like just interesting regardless. So now he has 1.5 million followers, this guy does.
Yeah.
It just being a lawyer who's not even practicing law. He just went to law school and now he just does YouTube videos.
Yep. Anyways, yeah, consistency. I think it's very important to, this is what I was going to say. On Facebook, in our insights, right, we have like all these other companies that we've added. And we are the only ones who consistently puts out content on Facebook. Whereas like there was some of these other companies and other agencies that we follow around this area who before, there were at least once or twice they were posting every week. In the past 2-3 weeks, I've checked at least once a week. Nothing. And I understand. I mean, some people are like, the pandemic, whatever, they have to maybe
work around,
do actual work, I don't know, whatever, maybe their excuses, whatever. But yeah, no one in our industry that we follow that are local are consistent enough on Facebook, at least, right?
Not to mention YouTube or Instagram or whatever else.
Right. So it was very interesting to me, to see that. And even our engagement on Facebook may not be the best, but again, we're still consistently, putting out the content, putting in the work, and doing that. Whereas, other people that we're keeping track of, they're not doing much right now.
Yeah, I think that goes back to it's not a matter of if, but when that will actually play a factor. Like, because there was a we hear it all the time, and even as of recently in the last couple of months, like, hey, I went to your website, and then I checked you out on social, and you have a ton of content. You guys seem to know what you're talking about. So it adds, going back to episode 177, that social proof, versus like, oh, hey, these guys haven't posted since March. Are they still in business? Right. You just don't know which video is going to work. Like, we may get a video that has 2 or 3 likes and then one that has 20 or 30 or whatever else. And it's like, we're a marketing agency, so it's not like we're the same as, shout out to Totally 90s Kid. Go follow them. We literally post like a post organically and it's like 20 or 30 comments within a couple of minutes because it's just fun versus like marketing. It's about, this is fun for us, but for you guys, you're like, I want to grow my business and I have to learn marketing, which is why I'm listening to this podcast. But it's not something that I just wake up and I'm happy about every day. Otherwise, you would become a marketer.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So just kind of recap for you guys. I think the overarching approach here is that you've got to create content and do it consistently. If you do that and choose video or audio or location, doesn't matter if it's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, doesn't matter. But just go out there and create content consistently, and you will evolve what your brand is and reach more people because you don't know when that person's going to interact with you that's going to make a huge change. Remember, go back to the Dogface 208. Look at his as a perfect example of, I don't know what he's charging on Cameo right now, but I want to do something with him. But who knows? This guy went from living in a trailer to doing cameos and selling, all this merch for probably thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars per month. So it can happen, and it's a great way for you to grow too. Not necessarily go viral, but just consistent content.
Yep, exactly.
All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Marketing Natives. If you are wondering, like, how do I create content consistently? How do I put in this plan? How do I make this process work? Just shoot us a message over on Instagram, and we will give you just a quick 45-minute strategy session on how to be more consistent online and set up a proven way for you to grow your business online as well. And if you've been listening for a while, please make sure to go over to Apple Podcasts and leave us an honest rating and review. This helps us to figure out what kind of content we need to create and how we can reach more people to help more businesses grow online. And if you are a first-time listener or watcher, thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. We can't necessarily see who the individual is. We can only see the numbers, but we really enjoy helping more people. So thank you guys. We put out new content every single week. If you're on our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. Whatever podcast app you're on, make sure you hit subscribe. We put out content every single Monday. And if you're on YouTube, bonus episodes, we put out tutorials and 2 or 3 videos every single week. So if you guys have questions, we're always available over on Instagram at BitBranding, and would love to chat with you there. Have a great rest of your day.
The Marketing Natives Podcast is a production of BitBranding.